Hello guys, welcome back, and this is Nilanjana today, the guest with us who has transitioned from a UAD user assistance developer to PO, that is product owner, with almost close to 13 years of experience in the industry, who has a lot to offer. And stay tuned, this conversation is going to be a fruitful one. Welcome Nilanjana, welcome to the channel.
Thank you. It's a privilege for me to be here on your podcast. I've always been a great fan of podcast and never imagined I will be on the other way around. So thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, and I hope I can bring some goodness and share some knowledge that might be helpful for everyone.
Yeah, thank you for being here. So, can you briefly share your journey from where you started as a technical writer, or in SAP terms, UAD, and how did you transition from UAD to a PO?
Yeah, so interesting question. I was expecting this question, of course,
Okay.
but I will just go a little bit further.
Okay.
So I did my graduation in economics and mathematics. I'm an economics graduate.
Okay.
I never wanted to be in IT.
And many fear that, right? Without the technical knowledge, how one could enter IT?
Yes, that's the myth I wanted to break.
Mm.
So I completed my graduation in economics and mathematics. Then I realized economics is not for me.
Mhm.
So I thought, why not mass communication?
Okay.
So I did my MS in communication,
Mhm.
Master of Science in Communication, and my specialization area was print media.
Mhm.
I always wanted to be a journalist, so for almost 6 months I interned with the famous national daily, the New Indian Express.
Okay.
I had around 30 bylines, but then fate has something different planned for me. I was still in the final year of my master's, final semester of my master's degree, and that time all the companies were coming for recruitment. SAP was one of them.
All right. Okay.
So everybody was writing the test. I also wrote.
Okay.
It was basically English grammar, some ASA type questions,
Okay.
and I was always good with language. So why not? I wrote, and out of 25, 3 of us were selected for the first round, and after the first round, only one of us were selected for SAP.
Okay.
Then also, I was not very sure. I was in a dual mindset. I still remember my brother told me, okay, you go for the final interview. I will give you money for Volvo. So that time it used to be a luxury.
Okay.
I came here, I saw the building, and I just called my mom, I'm going to work here.
Okay.
And after that, I attended the interview. Again, out of 3, only one person was selected.
It was an offline interview, right?
Yes.
There was no concept of.
Yes. It's a in-person interview.
Okay.
So 13 of us from different field joined that program. It was a 1-year program ran by SAP. Okay. Previously, there were not many technical writers from Bangalore campus. All our technical writings were done by people from Ireland. But with Agile coming into place, it was evident that the technical writers also have to be with the development team, and hence they started with this program. They wanted to see how they want people who are native speaker, because it's a writing job. How non-native speaker will able to fit here.
Yeah.
So there was a tailored course. Okay. And also I was in a dual mind still, right? So it was
should
almost...
I do it or not? Or should I give a try?
Should I give a try? And for it was a 9 months elaborate course, and it was something similar to the scholar program we have at SAP. That during the weekdays you get to work with the development training practical phase, and 1 day is reserved for your classroom trainings.
Yeah.
So we had similar structure.
Okay.
So there were 9 head counts, I remember, and we were 13 people.
Yeah.
Again, we had to go through the actual SAP interview process. And that's how 9 of us got through.
Okay.
And
that was your initial journey.
That was my initial journey. Then it took me quite some time to figure out what SAP is. It is not that straightforward, and I never had interest in IT. But I am a person who likes to do difficult thing.
Okay.
Okay, so I started exploring, and slowly, I don't know how I fell in love with technical writing job, of course SAP,
Okay.
and that's how I
Okay.
started.
Oh, how was your transition from UAD to PO helped you? What is this journey is all about?
I vividly remember, like when I joined, I never had any idea
Mm.
what are the other roles that I can explore. And
Yes.
technical writing is a very secluded role when I compare it with the other roles in an IT world,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Not
true.
many people know.
Yes,
At
yes.
least you know about the quality engineers, the testers,
Yeah.
product owners, product managers,
Scrum
developers,
masters.
architects, but hardly
People
know about UA. They
UA.
know that okay, there is a role. If we have to write something, we have to go to that person.
Even many who are watching would not be aware of this particular role.
And I totally feel that UA is a very powerful role.
Mhm.
You develop the product, developers develop the product,
Yeah.
but how will people use it?
Mm.
The job of a UA is to write about the features, write
Okay.
about the product, and there are different kinds of documentation. Documentation, if you know, is one of the legal requirements for any product to go to market. You
Yeah,
cannot release a product without documentation.
Yes,
It is one
yes.
of the product standard.
Yeah.
And usually UA is a shared resource.
Of course.
We work for multiple small
Team.
scrum teams.
Yeah.
So it gave me the opportunity
Mhm.
to learn about the product as a whole.
Okay. Yeah, complete functional knowledge.
Complete functional knowledge. So for the first 4 years of my career, I used to work with a product called SRM,
Okay.
Supplier Relationship Management.
Mhm.
Then I moved to my current team
Okay.
8 years back almost, and I think the people also here motivated me.
Mhm.
I will share a small anecdote here.
Okay.
I remember the VP of our area, Dinesh Rao. I was reporting to him when I joined the team. He told me, Nilanjana, I want to see you as a product owner in the future.
Okay.
Trust me, that time I had no clue what he is talking about.
Okay.
He said, because you have the functional knowledge,
Mhm.
probably that is something you should look up to.
Okay.
But I was too new to accept what he is saying. I just thought, okay, he's a VP, he's saying
Might be
something
hard to digest also.
hard to digest, and I never was interested so much. At least I was interested in writing. I was like, okay, I don't have to code, at least I can write. That is my passion. Language is my passion.
Mm.
But I don't know how I slowly fell in love with the product as well.
Okay.
And I got wonderful opportunities here. I never feel that I never got opportunities just because of my role.
Mhm.
So there was a generic feeling that US don't travel.
Okay.
Okay, like the developers, they travel quite a lot to client's place or somewhere else. I
Yeah.
think that was one motivation that that helped me.
Mhm.
So Dinesh told me once, okay, if you want to go somewhere to attend some conference, I cannot send you as a audience.
Okay.
You have to be a presenter.
Okay. All
So I
right.
said, okay, let me try.
Mhm.
And that time at SAP, used to have UA Day in Germany.
Okay.
And it was like US across SAP, across the globe.
Mhm.
They come there, present their topics. It's like what you have for DCOM, for developers, we have for UA.
Okay.
So I started submitting.
Okay.
2016, I think, was the first time we had such event.
Mhm.
Like I submitted my topic, it got selected, and I got the opportunity to go, and it gave me a boost. And this is you always present topics that are new, right?
Okay.
Your idea, something new, not your regular job.
Mhm.
So after that, every year I used to submit topics.
Okay.
I used to work hard. After one session, I always think, okay, next year what shall I submit? And I will always submit 2-3 topics.
Mhm.
So that the chance of getting selected
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
more, probability is more.
Yes.
And I used to like, after those topics get selected and it was time for me to fly, Dinesh will always write it to the entire team. Nilanjana's is the only topic from India that is being presented there. So I started falling in love with the job.
Both, yeah.
And slowly I realized that, okay, now I should start thinking about different areas. I started reporting to Raghav. That is also one of the major factor. in my career, I would say, because he guided me a lot throughout.
Okay.
So because of my work nature, I always used to hang around with POs.
Okay.
Because they are the one who give me the requirement, explain me the feature, and I have to write.
Yeah.
So they say the environment builds a people, right?
Mhm.
So somehow I used to go for tea, coffee, even for break, I used to go with them.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was subconsciously I started liking the role, the way they talk from customer perspective. Half of the time I never used to get the 100% context, but it sounded very fancy to me
Okay.
and very interesting.
Okay.
And slowly I told when our team was expanding, they were looking for new POs.
Mhm.
I asked,
Okay.
why can't it be me?
Mhm.
And they said, if you are interested, we will give you the opportunity. And that's how the entire journey started.
Okay.
They created something called PO Circle, where all the POs meet, they come and exchange ideas, and out of that, many of the new POs you see in our team,
Yeah.
we came out of that.
Okay. So that's all about your journey.
Yes.
Okay, now for most of them who are watching it, they are not even aware of such roles, that even people with a non-technical background can get into IT. And what do you want to tell them? And how would you motivate them? There are so many opportunities for them too.
Yes, that's a very beautiful point you have come up with. So let me share with the non-technical folks who like the fancy jobs that in IT, right?
Yeah.
So not everything can be done by the tech guys. You know, you have to accept that. Though it might look fancy, but not everything can be done by them. So there are other roles also. For example, technical writing.
Mhm.
In technical writing, they will never ask anybody with a technical background. The general requirement is you should be a graduate with a strong hold on the language.
Communication.
Yes, language and communication, in this case English.
Okay.
There are certain tools
Mhm.
that we use across the industry.
Okay.
So it would be good as same as it's similar to like developers knowing Java, ABAP, Python.
Okay.
So we also have different tools.
Tools, okay.
So how is your tool hold on the different tools available in the market? So that's it. That's the expectation.
Okay, can you mention those tools? Are they still relevant?
Yes. We use at SAP. We use Data.
Okay.
Okay. So it's an XML based tool. So most of the technical writing tools are XML based tool.
Okay.
Okay. So there are multiple things available. I have mainly worked on XML based tool
Okay.
because SAP was the first company I've worked with, and here we have always there were shift in 2016 probably. Earlier we were using something called Knowledge Warehouse.
Okay.
It was also an XML based tool,
Okay.
and in 2016 we moved to Data.
Mm-hmm.
It is also an XML based tool, but Data is a it's a industry standard tool.
Mhm.
But what SAP does it customizes it as per our requirement.
Okay, yeah.
But the basic concepts remain the same.
Okay. Any tool they can learn still, that
Yeah.
is.
See, even Microsoft Word is a very powerful documentation tool.
Okay.
There are companies
Who
who
still
use
use
Microsoft Words.
Word. Okay.
Technical writing is one role, of course, which
Yeah.
doesn't need a technical background. Of
Okay.
course, there might be technical writing job where the product is very technical.
Mhm.
For example, aerospace and all.
Okay.
There they expect a person with a aerospace engineering degree to be the technical writer.
Yeah, to just get the context of
Yes.
the writings they would do.
Yeah. There are other IT roles such as QE, tester. I don't think so they need any kind of technical background.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Probably they need to know the automation tools. Nowadays automation is the keyword, right? So automation tools, they just need to have the manual testing qualities.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
So they should have the ability to understand the product.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay.
Nothing extra. So these are not technical. For this kind of roles, you don't need a technical or engineering degree as such.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Maybe some certification, of course,
Okay.
it helps.
Okay. Based on the tools that they would work on.
Yes. And also like there are technical writing courses available.
Mm-hmm.
of like 3 months course, 6 months course, 2 months course. So I did masters in communication.
Mhm.
In third semester, we had a technical writing subject. That's
Okay.
how I came to know about technical writing. But then it was very basic.
Mhm.
Technical writing was not that popular in India
Yeah.
when I started.
Yes, even many still don't know there is
Yeah,
something
people
that
will always
sort of
confuse
exists.
with content writing with
Mm.
technical writing.
Yeah.
But content writing is
It's
different, technical writing is
Yeah,
different.
That's very much true.
Yeah. The only thing you need is a strong hold on the language, your grammar. I won't say you need to have a very flowery language
Mhm.
because if you know technical writing is very dull.
Okay.
You don't use any flowery language
Mhm.
because technical writing also includes translation. Whatever you write,
Yeah.
it will get translated into
Multiple languages.
yes, in which your product is supported.
Okay.
So it has to be very simple
Mhm.
but very elaborate.
Yeah. I mean, to the point.
To the point.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now that you have transitioned from UAD to PO, were there any challenges that you went through?
Um, I won't deny.
Okay.
Of course, every day is a challenge. It's just been hardly 6 months.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Every day is a challenge, but
Then you are the right person to talk about the challenges.
of course, and I don't mind talking about challenges. I always believe we should always talk about our failures more than our success.
Yeah.
First of all,
Mhm.
however much we say that okay, technical knowledge is not required,
Mhm.
but you are dealing with people who talks only in technical terms.
That's very much true. I accept it. Yeah.
They talk in technical. So somewhere you have to adapt yourself to translate their technical terms into your simple term for your understanding.
Mm. Very good point. Yeah.
So I had it at the back of my mind. Now also I feel okay, I am not an engineer, an IT engineer by profession or a computer science guy by not profession, my knowledge wise, I don't have a degree in that. When people explain things, especially architect and all,
Mm.
I used to be little hesitant,
Okay.
to be honest, scared.
Yeah.
But then I realized, you can ask questions.
Yeah, you can always ask questions.
You can always ask questions.
Yeah.
So you have to forget that that people are judging you.
Mm.
Anyway, people will judge you,
Yeah,
whatever you do.
that is
It's not, but our people are really very nice.
Yeah.
You have to be just honest with your teammates. Okay, I don't understand this. Can you please explain me?
They would always.
They will always.
Yeah.
There is no harm in asking.
Yes, that's
so you
true.
have to come out of that fear
Mhm.
because we most of the time we fear of being judged.
Yeah. That fear of being judged, fear of
Yeah.
being a failure is always a barrier that blocks
There are many
efforts.
discussions where I literally have to tell guys, please slow down. I'm not able to get what you are saying.
Okay.
Can you please explain?
Uh,
And then people will explain. Then
Okay.
I also do my background job.
mm-hmm.
Okay, in my free time, I will go see the design document myself and try to see if I can make sense out of it. At least 50% I will be able to make.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Next, wherever there is the gap, I go and ask somebody.
Yeah. Okay.
So you always have to have your network. If
Mhm.
you are a non-technical person, maybe in your team you find someone who can support you to understand the technicalities.
Mhm.
Because product owner job is also a decision-making job.
Okay.
Important you know the technical part also, but it is no rocket science.
Mhm.
Even rocket science is not rocket science.
Yes.
Like somebody has already done it.
With experience, we will get through it. With,
You listen to multiple people.
Mm.
You will pick at least 10% of what they're conversing.
yeah.
Now go back, do your job.
Do your homework.
Yeah.
And then you will be on the track.
You will be on the track. And everybody is good at something. Maybe
Yeah.
I am not technically good, but I am very good in writing, right? So when I write user stories, they are great user stories.
Okay.
At least I believe that.
Okay.
So I don't have to struggle with user
Mhm.
stories. So maybe that time I can use for upgrading or upskilling my technical knowledge.
Yeah. Okay. You always see an opportunity and then grow through it.
Yes.
Okay. So what are the skills that helped you to be a product owner despite your non-technical background?
Okay. So I am with the same product for the last 8 years.
Okay.
So knowingly, unknowingly, I know the product. Like, I learned about the product.
Yeah.
My journey started with solution manager,
Mm-hmm.
then focused run came, then cloud run came. Maybe the technology is little different,
Different.
but at the end of the day, they are solving similar problems.
Okay.
Because I had the opportunity to write for multiple application across the run area, the operations area,
Mm-hmm.
somehow I can draw the line.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand the holistic business.
Yeah, you can always connect the dots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was never restricted to one particular application, right? I
Mhm.
was always working with multiple applications.
Okay.
And out of interest, I also tried to write sometimes for the implementation area, that is the build area.
Okay.
Because we have UA colleagues for those applications also. Sometimes when they are on leave or something, there is a request.
Mm-hmm.
I purposefully used to ask, like, can I take up this topic?
Okay. Voluntarily.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because it gives me a holistic approach about cloud ALM.
Okay.
It is not just the operations part, because to do operation you also have to understand the build a little.
Yeah.
So this has helped me.
Yeah, okay.
But I never did all these things with the hope of that I will become a PO. I always like to understand things
Yeah.
at a bigger level or at a broader level.
Yeah. It is just improving one's own self.
Yes,
Okay.
that was one thing I would say.
Mm.
Learn about the product. Even
Okay.
if you are a UA
Mm.
or a QE,
Mm.
don't restrict yourself just to your role. Try to learn more about things.
Mm-hmm. Learning always helps.
Learning always
in
helps.
whatever ways. Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing, I think I am quite vocal.
Okay.
If you have certain things in you, discuss with your manager.
Mm.
They are the best people to guide you.
Yeah.
Okay. You say, I want to, like Raga, probably I have been a UA for a very, very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Now I am almost at the saturation level.
Mm-hmm.
What is the next possible thing for me?
Okay.
So your manager will be able to guide you properly.
Yeah.
So I had always been vocal about my needs
Okay.
with my manager. What kind of work encourages I like to do or encourages me.
Mm.
So yeah, this was during all those discussions. They know, okay, this girl always wanted to do different things.
Okay.
Let us give her a chance.
Yeah.
And your networking.
Mm.
Talk to different people. Try to find out people who come from non-technical background.
Okay. Build that community.
Build that community, and there will always be somebody who has done it before you.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
in SAP it was not many UAs have become a PO.
Okay.
I always wanted to kind of lead by example. That is my motto in life.
Okay.
Okay. And I believe there are wonderful UAs, like UA developers, who has the potential to be wonderful POs.
Okay.
Because you understand the personas, you write for the users.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can feel the pain better,
Yeah. Pain points of the customers.
customers better.
Mm.
So that was how it started. So I always wanted to lead by example.
Okay.
This I always say. So I lived up to it, I guess.
Okay.
And ask for it.
Yeah.
Always ask for it. Nothing is given out of the blue.
Yeah.
If you don't say what you want,
People would not even know
Know
what you actually want. Yeah. Now, what are the key responsibilities of a product owner in product-based company?
so there is PO PM,
Okay.
product owner, product manager, and PO dev. So I am PO dev,
Okay.
product owner development. So I have to collaborate with the PO PM who works directly with the customer.
All right.
We try to understand the pain point, get backlogs out of it. Both of us sit and refine the backlog, and then I give it to the team to implement.
Okay.
So the implementation part, how the team is going to deliver, it's not me.
Mhm.
Maybe we have come with a big requirement,
Mhm.
then it's my responsibility to break it down to
Into
smaller
smaller
chunks
tasks,
so
okay.
that the team can consume it better.
Okay.
So how you want to deliver it in an
Okay.
incremental way.
Mhm.
So in short, that is the responsibility.
Okay.
And of course there are so many other things, but this is in the key responsibility of a product owner.
Product owner.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a very good answer.
Thank
Now,
you.
how do you handle the feedbacks from stakeholders and developers and users to maintain the vision of the solution of the product?
Feedback, you should always accept it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Feedback is the breakfast of champions.
Okay.
Because the breakfast of the champion. So whenever we start with something, there will always be feedback. You receive the feedback, then you sit with, you don't immediately react on the feedback. You sit with the feedback, you try to see what is the impact of it,
Okay.
then you decide if it is in alignment with your product vision or not, and you act accordingly.
Okay.
So you never discard any feedback, you always accept feedback.
Okay.
Should be open about it. Don't as humans, we always have the tendency to be defensive when somebody is giving any feedback.
That's true.
Right? So as a product owner, I might have some idea,
Yeah.
but then there are people who might have better ideas than me.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
You have to accept that your idea cannot be the best.
Best, yeah.
So accept it. Don't react immediately.
Okay.
Judge the pros and cons and act accordingly.
Okay, it is so simple. Accept all the feedbacks, don't be reactive, be proactive with the feedbacks, and then
If you are not accepting feedback, like you are not implementing the feedback,
okay.
of course, sometimes you need to tell the person also, you gave me the feedback, for this reason I did not implement it.
Okay. That's all.
So you always cannot just reject because I am the PO, I will decide.
Okay. Yeah. Be communicative.
Be communicative feedback, because so the next time the person has a feedback, he doesn't feel
resistant.
Restricted. He should be,
Okay.
okay, let me give it. She will come with, if she accepts it, we understand that she has accepted my feedback and it was fruitful feedback. But if she doesn't accept it, then she gave me a reason why I did not accept it. So respect everyone's feedback. That's in one simple word. Respect the opinions of others.
All right. And act proactively.
Yeah.
All right. It is an interesting question. What do you wish you had known when you started your career?
Thank you. I have to think a bit about it. Yeah, looks so simple, but it's kind of a philosophical question,
Yeah.
The one thing I think that it would have been helpful if nobody would have put it in my mind that to survive in an IT industry, you need to be a technical person.
Okay.
Okay, so you always have that restriction within yourself, like
That's a notion for many actually.
that's a notion for many, but no. If somebody would have told, see, to survive in an IT or to shine in an IT, you need not be a technical person. You can be, and don't let anyone tell you that you can't be anything.
Okay, yeah.
That is like, don't let anyone tell you.
Okay.
Because there were instances where I was told that probably this is not the right choice.
Okay.
You don't have, though they say that product owners need not have technical background, but do you see any product owner around you who do not have a engineering degree?
Okay.
I never saw anyone. Okay, all the POs I know at least have an engineering degree.
Okay. Yeah.
So I wish I knew it then, that it's not necessary. Probably I would have started the PO journey a few years back.
Okay.
But I don't repent anything. I always believe I am at the right place at the right time.
Okay.
Whenever something has to happen,
It will happen.
it will happen.
Okay. We are almost going to wrap this episode. So I will just end it with a question. What's the most rewarding aspect of being a PO? And after you answer this, also if you have any words of encouragement and advice to the viewers, because that's why I always end the episodes.
There are many rewards. It's very difficult to choose one, but still I will choose one because you asked me the most important.
Most important.
I get to talk to different stakeholders, different product owners, different POs, and listening to them. They have such an abundance of knowledge.
Yeah.
That's
a privilege.
Yeah. I am a person who always likes to listen to intelligent conversation.
Yeah.
I like to listen to people talking beautiful things, whether it be it about universe, be it about spirituality, or be about technology.
Okay.
So I get to work with some of the best brains.
You took a very good phrase, best brains.
Yes.
I would agree upon that.
Yes, and it keeps me humble.
Okay.
There is so much to learn. There is so much to learn, and people are I have met wonderful people.
Okay.
That is, I would say, first of all, of course, the best brains, and
Mhm.
also people who are genuinely humble,
Humble, yeah.
uh, who
Even
are,
that I would agree upon.
yeah. So for me, that's the reward. I have met wonderful people throughout my journey. I
Yeah.
don't want to take names because
Mhm.
it will probably it will take the entire session. But
Okay.
I have met wonderful people. So nothing humbles you more than meeting good people.
Yeah, okay. So, if you have any final words.
As I said, don't let anyone tell you what you cannot be.
Okay. That's a very powerful sentence, I would
Don't
say.
let it, you only can decide what you want to be
Mm.
and what you want to achieve.
Okay.
And no job, no job, however menial it is a bad job. Every
Yeah.
job is a good job. Every job brings something positive to the table.
That's true.
So whatever you do, even if you are, um, a person who is responsible for ringing the bell in a school, or a person who is designing the best, or architecture who is designing the best building in the world,
Okay.
or you are a product owner like me, or a UA developer like me, whatever you do, put 200% to it.
Hard work always pays off.
Yeah, and fall in love with the work you do. Fall in love with the work you do, and that's it. You will enjoy.
Okay. So, guys, fall in love with the work you do. That's where we are ending this podcast. So, thank you, Nilanjana, for your time and for all the insights you shared.
Thank you, Sam, and all the best for your channel.
Okay. Thank you. So, thank you, guys. For now, we are signing off. Bye bye.